Hi, good afternoon, all. Welcome to Phillip Trading Podcast. I'm James, and we are happy that today we have Hendrik, our Manager of Business Development from Phillip Futures Singapore, with us. So he is the specialist for technical analysis, and today he will use his knowledge about TA to let us stay more closest to the market. So Hendrik, how are you being?
I'm good. Thanks for having me today.
Okay, thank you. Cool. Okay, so last week our colleague Williams and Trent did discuss about the FOMC meeting. So those who missed out the previous sessions, you may go to our Facebook page or our Instagram page to watch the recorded podcast. Okay, so today we will talk about an interesting topic regarding to our commodities futures. So recently, a super hot term called Commodities Super Cycle can be shown at difference of the financial channel. Okay, so in this podcast, we review the recent move higher in commodity markets with technical analysis and consider whether this is indeed the start of a longer term upcycle in commodities market, or is it the time, okay, for our investor to temporarily stay apart from the commodities market. So the products that we will cover for today's podcast are wheat, corn, soybean, and also crude oil. Okay, so Hendrik, what is your thoughts on the technical analysis for, maybe we can start with wheat first?
Sure. Let me just share the screen.
Yeah, sure. Okay.
All right. Can you see the screen?
Yeah, I can share the share screen.
Yep.
Yeah.
So before I proceed, just want to just give some disclaimer that today what I'm going to share is purely based on technical, and it's purely based on my personal opinion in the market based on the TA that I perceive. All right. So this is the platform of Philip Nova. James, you were saying wheat, right?
Yep.
Okay. We can launch wheat and take a look. So at this moment, I believe Nova, we don't have so much data as for now. So meanwhile, I have this trading view prepared as well. So I have actually launched this week chart. Can you see my screen, James?
Yes.
All right. So like what James mentioned, that it's been so bullish for commodities. If you look at the week chart, this is 1 week per candle. From end of last year.
This is the soybean one, is it?
Oh, this soybean, correct. You want wheat, right?
Okay, yeah.
Give me a second.
Okay, yeah, we go for soybean first like that.
Yep. No, I can go to wheat.
Okay,
so this is
sure.
wheat. All right. I guess those grains products, they're moving in tandem. Being all three products, they are very bullish as well. But if you look at wheat, is more weakness compared to soybean. Later we'll take a look at corn as well. So by looking at the longer term, right, there are still more room to grow up, if you ask me. Look at the previous high, in 2012, the high was 95 over 95 cent. Now it's 60 over. Overall, if you look at the shorter term, let's say I change the day chart, market is still on the bullish trend, you see. But it has shown weakness for wheat. So based on pure technical analysis, this could be a buy opportunity, right? For pure technical analysis to buy wheat. But if you look at the shorter time frame, so this is a day chart. What are the points? What are the levels to look at? We can use Fibonacci retracement. Can draw from here the high, the recent high and the low. So let me draw again. The recent low. You all can see the chart.
Yep.
All right. So now it's at about 50% fib level. It's considered quite a strong support. That for those who are looking to do a short-term trading, this is somewhere. If let's say the price can sustain above the 50%, it could be a buy opportunity. This is based on their chart. If you look at shorter term frame, 15 minutes. All right. So it's slightly above the resistance, the support level. But take note on the bigger picture that there's if you go back to their chart, this is a strong resistance level at 68% fib level. So this is, if you look at the pattern, is look like a double top, double top, and neckline is broken. So price test the next level. So if you were to do short-term trading, my suggestion is if you do short-term trading, this is somewhere your profit level. Let me look at the price level. All right. So this should be somewhere your profit level. Let me move. Okay. It's about 624. Around this level is somewhere, if you do short term, this is somewhere you should take profit for wheat. So next product we want to cover is which one? James?
Next one will be can go for soybean.
Soybean, right? Let's look at longer term first. Again, soybean. So this is soybean chart. Compared to wheat, is much stronger, right? If you look at wheat again, yep. Look at wheat chart, right? From previous high, and this we can see that this is a strong level, support level at about 15 cents. Sorry, $1.50 over here. All right, 1500 is a very strong resistance level. So if the price really, if we were too long, so this level is something that we need to look up for. Let's zoom into a nearer term for soybean. Right. Okay. So compared to tomato wheat, right, this is much stronger. This is at about the previous high level, the recent previous high level. So price is trading like a triangle pattern. Overall, it's still on the uptrend, like I mentioned. So if you were to place trade, personally, I'll wait for the break for previous level. So you form a triangle, then you can look for buy opportunity. All right. Let me draw a line.
So for now, soybean and also wheat is still in the uptrend, is it?
Yes, I think both commodities, they are all on the uptrend right now. So I mean, for what I'm sharing today is more for trend follower strategy, more swing trading, nothing much short term. If you're trading intraday, trend doesn't really matter so much, if you were really to trade swing, if you're in the profit, you could probably hold for a few days or week. So I think trend following is one of the strategies I'm looking for. Right, so for this pattern, market is still on a bullish trend, like forming a triangle pattern. Right, so if this trend line is supported and break the previous high, I think it's an opportunity to long. But the good thing about trading for the pattern, the stop loss will not be so new. So stop loss is somewhere below the trend line level. Profit taking level is not so much as well, because I think 1500 is a very strong resistance, like I mentioned. So for those wanting to take this trade, it's not so ideal in my opinion, because you see the risk and reward ratio might not be as good. So if I were to suggest, which is a better opportunity compared to soybean, compared to these two products. So next, we're going to look at corn, right?
Yeah, next we can go for corn.
Let me open up corn. All right. Similarly, very strong. But if you look at corn and wheat, right, quite similar. They are very strong, but still very far from the previous side. But soybean is nearer compared to wheat and corn. So in a way, based on pure TA perspective, there are more room to grow for these two products. All right. So no doubt it's a very strong bullish trend for past few months. So the question is whether we will continue or not. So let's look at the nearer chart for. Sorry, I haven't closed this one. Let me close one first. Wait. Sorry, I want to look at corn, right?
Corn, yes, correct.
Okay. Can see the chart clearly. If you want to make it maximize.
Yes, perhaps you can maximize it. Yeah.
Yeah, better, right?
Better, yeah, better.
Yep. So this is the chart. see this pattern quite similar to the soybean, it's forming about like a triangle, quite similarly formed. If you draw a trend line somewhere here, this is exactly like I can just drag side to side, you can see.
Oh yeah, it's quite similar.
Sorry, this is wheat, corn. Yep, it's very
Right.
similar pattern. Market is very bullish, forming like a triangle. If this line is 200 days, if I'm not mistaken, supported as well. So both are on the uptrend, right? Forming a triangle level. So if this level were to be supported, likely it will test the previous high and can consider to take position for long if you looking to trade. So compared to these three, personally, I think with there are more room to grow. But of course, this is the level that you must look out for.
Okay.
The level. So this is a very strong pattern. If for those who are trading shorter term, right? So the price come back hit 624, 625 is a short-term level for you to do short selling as well. So if you want to do short-term, come back here, you can sell. And again, this is the level that you can look out for. All right, for those who are looking for to trade intraday. So this is the two levels that you can look at. This is a strong resistance. First is the fib level. Second is the pattern over here. All right, next, what are we looking at?
We can go for so I think recently crude oil also a very famous product. So perhaps you can share about some of your view, technical analysis view on crude oil.
Well, yeah, crude oil. I think for those who follow crude oil last year, April is unforgettable. Price went negative. I've seen this first time in my life.
Yes.
Just look at this chart. It's negative about 40. It's crazy. But time after like almost 1 year, price has gone up. I think I never thought of it. From 0 negative now become about 60. All right. So this past few months, market has been very strong for crude oil. All right. So, but you look at this is the previous high for the past 2 years, 19 and 18. So we can see a lot of resistance level somewhere here. So if you ask me, I think crude oil, we're bound to see more resistance going up. I guess personally, I think it should be retracement coming. But the recent news that the blockage of the shipping actually caused the crude oil price rebounded. All right. So if don't talk about fundamental, if based on pure technical, right? Market yes is on the bullish trend, but a lot of resistance level. You see the previous high over here, about $67. It has not been broken. Maybe it tested and came down. So I think it's a very strong resistance level. Look at this pattern. If I zoom up, there's a pattern over here. Let me zoom in using Nova for crude oil.
So unless it's trying to like break the resistance, so they just have a room to like go for a long run.
If really break the previous high, but even long, personally, I think based on I think a lot of different resistance level queuing up. So I think it's not easy to go really that high. I mean the profit level might not be so much. Potential growth is not that much, in my opinion. Okay, let me root crude oil. So this is the week chart. You see the last 3 weeks is in, I mean this week and last 2 weeks is in red. We can see the weakness of the trend already. All right, see, for this, let's look at their chart first. All right, so price, you can see it's like a reversal trend, possible reversal pattern. Look at 4 hours. This pattern quite similar to the wheat just now. It's like a head and shoulder kind of thing. So if you draw, let me draw the neckline first. All right, there are 2 different necklines. Let me just draw both. All right, so this is the key levels that, in my opinion, to look for. if this, because now price came up and break the neckline level, so these two are the key level support to look for. If let's say this price do not hold for crude oil, let's say $60 psychological level cannot hold, likely it will come down and test the neckline level. Once this is broken, right, based on pattern, you see the room for this pattern. Let me see, it can go down to as much as probably, let me look at, because from 67 to about 57, about $10 movement. So likely it could even test about 54 level, in my opinion. If really this pattern were to really break down, for those who want to hold longer term, the level that you can look out for is somewhere here. Before this resistance support level, this is where your profit can take. You know, if you have a few lots for mini, for example, then you can take one somewhere in between and hold the one to take profit somewhere here. Based on this pattern, it's very beautiful pattern over here. So once this is really broken, so this is level you can look for to take profit for short selling. So in short, my opinion for crude oil, yes. So in crude oil, it's very strong trend, but I can see a lot of resistance building, a lot of different levels. Even if this level is broken, about $60-$70 another strong resistance. So I don't think it will go up a lot, in my opinion. So if the price cannot hold for 60, all right, so it will test 60 probably tonight. And if the price come down and break these two levels, likely it will go down further, in my opinion. So you know, we can consider doing short selling. But this is again just pure TA, my personal opinion. For those who really want to buy and sell,
You have a risk disclaimer over here.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yes. Okay. Okay. So that's all from you, Henrik?
That's all for you
Yeah.
so far for commodities. Anything else that you want to share?
I think yeah, more than enough. I mean, these four products is just very sufficient for all the investors to learn about this, okay, and study about this, because recently commodities are really a hot topic in the market. So we'll use this opportunity, we take this opportunity, our podcast, to let our investor know more about technical analysis, because previously our podcast always talk about fundamental. Yeah. So with this opportunity, then we have you with us, then talk about technical analysis. Yeah.
Okay.
About
Okay.
markets. Okay, yeah. So we'll call it a day, and thanks Henrik for coming to share about his technical analysis knowledge with us. Okay, so to share our sessions. Okay, so guys, to share our sessions to your friends. Okay, you can post our podcast sessions on your Facebook page. Okay, so can let more of your friends or more people to know about futures market and start their trading. Okay, so thank you, Henrik. Thank you
Thanks,
for
James.
coming to our podcast. Thank you. Yeah. Okay,
Okay. Bye
bye
bye.
bye. See you. Yeah. Bye.